How to report a violation, video part 1. Hello and welcome to the Ceasefire Center for Civilian Rights video tutorials. In this video, you will learn how to securely report a human rights violation or a violation of international humanitarian law using the Ceasefire MENA online reporting tool. But before we get started, make sure you have a stable internet connection. Ready? Let's go. First, let's make sure that you've set the tool to your preferred language. Click on the language bar and select English. We recommend creating a user account before using the Ceasefire MENA tool. Having a user account will allow you to go back and review the reports you have submitted and make changes when needed. You will also have access to data analysis tools and other functions that are only available to registered users. To make an account, click on the sign up icon in the bottom left corner and enter your name, email address, and a password. Once you're logged on, click on the yellow plus sign to submit a report. We have several different reporting forms to choose from. If you have limited information about the violation and want to submit a report quickly, we recommend using the summary report form. If you wish to submit a more comprehensive report, we recommend using the detailed report form. If the violation involves sexual or gender-based violence, the SGBV form is tailored for this purpose. Let's say you are using the detailed report format to report your violation. To begin with, you'll have to enter a title describing the violation you are reporting, for example, activist unlawfully detained. Make sure the title is concise and clearly describes the violation. Fields with a red star next to them are compulsory to fill out. You can leave any other field blank if you don't have that information. In the next box, you can describe the violation in detail. When and where was the activist detained? Why were they detained? What happened when they were detained? By whom were they detained? There is no limit on the amount of information you can enter in the description box, so make sure to describe the incident as fully as you can. Remember, if you are reporting on behalf of someone, make sure you have their permission to use their name and other personal details. Otherwise, make sure you omit these details from your description of the violation. Moving on, do you know the time and date of the violation you experienced or witnessed? If so, make sure you enter it here. In the categories section, you can select the categories that relate to the type of violation you are reporting. In this case, you should definitely tick unlawful detention. Think about your description. Was the activist tortured under detention? If so, remember to click the category. Remember, each category you click will tag your report, so make sure it's relevant to your report. Let's move on to the place of incident. Do you know where the violation took place? If not, leave it blank. If you know the location, you can geotag it. Type in the name of the street, city, or region where the violation occurred into the bar and select the location you want. You can also move the pointer manually to get the exact location you want. In the next section, think about the consequences of the type of violation committed. Did the victim suffer psychologically because of the violation? Was there any physical injury? Was the violence committed fatal to the victim? If there is photo evidence to the incident, click Add Photo to include it to your report, adding a caption in this bar. However, make sure you have consent of any individuals in the photo. If the image is especially graphic, then Ceasefire may not display it publicly on the website. It will instead be stored in our secure database. If the violation you are reporting was covered in the news, add a link in the box below, news source link. Or if there is a YouTube or Vimeo video documenting either the violation or covering it as a news item, paste it in the box below, enter a video. Victim details. In the next section, you will enter the victim's details. If you are reporting a violation committed against you, then fill out this section with your own details. When you finish this section, click on the little bar to the right indicating you've entered all the relevant information. This will help you keep track of whether you need more information for your report. If you are filling out this section on behalf of someone else, make sure that you have their consent. For example, have they requested anonymity? When did you interview them? What is their name? Whenever you see a lock next to a section, that means information entered in the bar below it is confidential and will not be made public once you submit your report and it has been reviewed. Other details to include are the victim's gender, nationality, and if available, date of birth. Notice how there is a lock next to date of birth. It will not be made public. If you know the victim's ethnic origin, enter it here. This is especially relevant when reporting violation committed against minorities. Similarly, marital status can be relevant when reporting cases of domestic violence. What is the victim's occupation? Perhaps they are a journalist who's been persecuted or a local business owner. Similarly, the victim's religion is especially important to fill out if it's relevant to the violence inflicted. If the victim has consented to share their number with you for the report, enter it in the bar below. Note the little lock next to the heading. The victim's number will not be made public. And with that, we've covered part 1 of learning how to report a violation on the Ceasefire tool. Make sure you watch part 2 to master this section. Thank you for taking the time to learn. Stay safe.